Picture this, you wake up, and the first thing you do is check your phone. Maybe you read some messages or scroll through news and social media. For many people around the world, this is completely normal. Digital screens are everywhere. They are in our hands, on our desks, in our bags, and even in our pockets when we walk. Smartphones, tablets, and computers have become a regular part of daily life. Children, teenagers, and adults all use them. In busy cities and quiet villages, digital culture connects people in new and powerful ways. Social media apps like Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp are now a main way people share their lives and thoughts. It is hard to imagine a day without screens. People use them for work, school, friendships, and entertainment. The world feels smaller and faster because of technology. But with these changes come new questions and concerns. How is all this screen time affecting the way we think and live? As screens become more common, some scientists and teachers worry. They ask if too much screen time might be changing our brains and our habits. This question is important for everyone, not just for young people. Let's explore what is really happening beneath the surface of our digital lives. Scientists have begun to study how digital devices and social media affect our brains. They use special machines like MRI scanners to watch people's brains while they use screens. The results are surprising. They show real changes in the way our brains work. Some parts become more active, while others get less use. For example, research finds that quick, repeated use of smartphones can make people want more and more quick rewards. Instead of focusing deeply, the brain starts to look for the next message, notification, or video. This can make it harder to pay attention to one thing for a long time. Some scientists compare it to training a dog with treats. Our brains get used to quick rewards. Young people's brains are especially sensitive. When children and teenagers spend hours on screens, their brains are still growing and changing. Studies suggest that they may have more trouble focusing, and sometimes they feel more stressed or anxious. But adults are not immune. All ages can experience changes in how they focus and feel. It is important to remember that the science is new. Researchers are still learning, but the early results warn us. Digital culture is not just a tool we use. It is something that shapes us, sometimes in ways we do not expect. Why do people find it so hard to put down their phones? The answer has to do with a chemical in the brain called dopamine. Dopamine is linked to pleasure and reward. When you get a like on your post or a funny message, your brain gets a small burst of dopamine. It feels good, even if just for a moment. Digital platforms are designed to give these little rewards often. Social media apps use notifications, bright colors, and sounds that attract your attention. The feeling you get from checking your phone is not an accident. Companies study how people use their apps so they can make them more interesting, even addictive. This is similar to how people enjoy eating sweet foods or winning a game. The brain learns to want more and more. That is why many people check their phones even when they are busy or tired. They are hoping for another quick reward, a new message, or fresh news. Over time, this can lead to habits that are hard to break. The more often you get these small dopamine bursts, the more your brain looks for them. This is one reason why digital technology can be so powerful and sometimes so hard to control. Imagine you are reading a book or doing homework. Suddenly your phone buzzes. It is hard to ignore. You check it, and before you know it, half an hour is gone. This is a common story for many people today. Our ability to focus is under attack from constant digital interruptions. Scientists have found that people's attention spans are getting shorter. This means it is harder to stay focused on one thing for a long time. Instead, we move quickly from one task to another. Some people call this multitasking, but research shows we are not really good at it. In fact, switching tasks often makes us slower and less careful. Teachers notice that students have more trouble staying focused in class. Workers find it difficult to finish projects without checking email or social media. Even in conversations, people sometimes look at their phones instead of listening to friends or family. The digital world is fast and full of choices, but it can also make our minds jumpy and restless. Learning to focus deeply is now a bigger challenge than ever before. Digital technology has, totally changed how people connect. Social media makes it easy to talk to friends, share photos, and join groups. People can find others with the same interests, no matter where they live. For many, this is a great way to learn and feel less alone. But, honestly, there are also downsides. Some people spend less time with friends and family in person. They may feel lonely, even when they are connected online. Social media can also spread trends very quickly. Some of them positive, like charity campaigns, and some risky, like dangerous challenges. Online culture shapes how people see themselves and others. It can create pressure to look perfect or to follow what is popular. Sometimes people compare themselves to others and feel unhappy or stressed. Cyberbullying and online arguments are real problems, especially for young people. Still, technology can bring people together in powerful ways. It lets people share stories, support causes, and make new friends across the world. The effects on relationships are mixed. There are both bright and dark sides. Some people find it very hard to stop using their devices. They check their phones late into the night or feel anxious when they cannot go online. This is sometimes called digital addiction. It can make people tired, stressed, or honestly, just less healthy overall. Relationships and schoolwork can suffer. Digital platforms can also lead to risky behaviors. For example, some social media challenges encourage dangerous activities for attention or likes. Others may spread false news or hurtful gossip. Privacy is another concern. Many people share personal information without knowing how it can be used. Children and teenagers are especially at risk. They may not realize how much time they spend online or how their actions might affect them later. But adults can also become addicted or fall into unhealthy habits. It is important to recognize these dangers. Being aware is the first step to making better choices. Technology is powerful, but it needs to be used with care. Despite the risks, digital technology opens up many new opportunities. People can learn almost anything online, from languages to science to art. Educational videos, games, and apps help students of all ages. Teachers use technology to make lessons fun and interactive. Creativity also thrives online. People share music, videos, and stories with the world. Social media helps artists, writers, and inventors find an audience. Online communities offer support and friendship to people who might feel alone in their own towns or countries. Technology lets families and friends stay in touch, even across long distances. During hard times like the COVID-19 pandemic, digital connections helped people work, learn, and care for each other. Digital tools are not just about entertainment, they are also about solving problems and bringing people together. When used well, technology can help us grow and connect in healthy ways. As digital culture keeps growing, it brings new questions. What will happen to our brains if screen time keeps rising? How will children and teenagers learn to focus and build real friendships? Can we use technology without letting it control us? There are reasons for hope. Some schools and families are teaching digital literacy. This means learning how to use technology wisely, not just often. New apps and tools are being created to help people focus and take breaks from their screens. Society will need to find new rules and habits. This could mean setting time limits, making phone-free spaces, or turning off notifications. It might also mean thinking more about what we share and how we treat others online. We do not have all the answers yet, but the future will depend on the choices we make today. It is important to keep asking questions and looking for better ways. Technology is here to stay. It can be a tool for great good or a source of stress and distraction. The key is balance. This means enjoying the benefits of digital life without letting it take over everything. People can make small changes, like turning off devices at night or making time for face-to-face conversations. Families can eat meals together without screens. Students can take short breaks from study to help their minds rest and focus again. Finding balance is not easy. It takes practice and honest talk. with ourselves and others. But if we pay attention to how we use technology, we can protect our minds and relationships. A healthy digital life is possible. It starts with understanding, grows with good habits, and brings a sense of calm and control back to our busy world.